We shall begin. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, you guys faced off against a horrific creature that had been plaguing Rook's Roost for the last 10 days, fortnight. You're not sure the exact timeline. But you think that maybe it coincides with the theft of the book, the theft of the key, the stuff that's kind of going on that led to the downfall of those who hear, as well as your group's punishing of them, which they well deserved. So now your focus is turned to the Brotherhood of the Spider, which has been pretty elusive to date. You've gotten your first real lead at Rook's Roost, a place called the Shoals. It's a place that has a steady supply of the drug that they've been supplying called Shiver. It's kind of the opposite of trance. Trance kind of puts you into a state that makes you susceptible to lucid dreaming, whereas Shiver is more of an amphetamine to keep one from falling into a state where they could be susceptible to dreams. You don't know what the connection is with this book. I think we did a little background on I think you learned the title of it, the Paginarium Lethargica. It's a tome written in Latin, which is a language you guys have come across numerous times. It's not a language that's native to the continent of Lankhmar. Maybe like an eastern land or some other place. Maybe these dreamlands that you're hearing that people go to and come from. But once you dealt with this creature, you were invited back into Rook's Roost by Asnaan, who thanked you guys profusely for dealing with it. And then he became much more open in his discourse with you. You don't have the ominous feeling that you're being spied upon by probably this creature. So he feels like you kind of got him out from under the thumb of a woman he calls the excommunicate. For the time being, anyway. But he's also told you that this demon or otherworldly entity that had been lurking around his establishment had you've taken over basically the third floor, and he had built some kind of creature, for lack of a better word, that was draining the blood of his, say, more down and out customers. And he offered you 100 gold rooks if you could somehow see to its death or removal from his property. 100 gold rooks is 1,000 gold pieces, basically. And
it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's more than a lot of people see in a lifetime. Is there anything else that you guys want to know from him or anything like that? Or now that he's kind of free to talk?
He described it as this, almost like a blood golem, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how he described it. Did you make an Arcana check, or Luna make an Arcana check? Somebody maybe did.
I don't remember. I think we concluded that it's probably immune to mind affecting, so I'm going to have to use something else.
Yeah, you're going to... Well, if it's... let's see here. See what Luna can tell you about golems. Whoever has knowledge...
Are golems also just resistant to magic in general?
Yeah. Whoever has knowledge arcana can shoot me a score.
I mean, I can try it.
Oh, Luna dropped the ball. Look at that.
Like
Luna's...
magic. I'm not a wizard. What are you talking about?
I know spears. I don't know golems.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Arthur and Asami. If it is a golem of sorts, you know the basic stuff that golems are resistant to pretty much all magic. There's usually one little effect that's pretty niche that can affect it. They also have damage reduction. And let's see here. They're immune to all the common stuff like poisons and mind affecting effects, that kind of stuff. Most of them have one kind of magic that they're vulnerable to. And if this is a blood golem, Arthur, you know that any spell or spell-like ability that allows spell resistance, it's immune to. If you did a cure spell on it, it would actually cure it, but only for the minimum amount of the damage. And spells that affect blood would affect it normally. If you had any of that sort of
no, got none of that.
anything
Nothing that affects the blood of enemies.
anything to create a bleed effect too might.
No, I got none of that.
Let
me see if
I'll let you know one more thing. You guys both rolled pretty good.
Acid Splash is not has no SR, so that at least that'll work.
Yeah, that'll work.
But to bypass its damage reduction, it sounds like it's adamantine only, or not even that.
This one here would be.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's weak to bleeding, I got booted again? Would it be like weak to like slashing, like basically serrating it? I'm not certain.
It's actually it's DR5 bludgeoning for whatever reason. So we'd need
bludgeoning would bypass the DR.
Yeah, so bludgeoning would bypass the DR.
So mace.
I mean, I suppose.
If this is a blood golem. From Sharuk's description of it, I will show you what he sort of described. It's kind of like a bipedal creature that seems to be draining blood to construct it, to keep its form.
So are we going straight there, or are we resting?
It's 2 floors up, so if you want to go...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guess we're going up.
Oh, it's up to you.
I don't remember if we needed to rest. I don't know what we spent.
Is there an immediate threat that he's concerned about?
No, he's well, he wants it gone as soon as possible, but his guys aren't capable of getting rid of it that he knows of. I mean, he'd probably yeah, they might be able to do it, but they'd probably take some pretty heavy losses. He's not sure he can convince so many of them to go up and deal with it.
Sami turns to their ranger, who I suppose is just joining us to listen in. Would you mind helping us with eliminating this?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It's very rare to see someone turn down a share of Wilkes.
Yeah. And it was pretty good with that bow, so we definitely benefited from your timely arrival.
Not sure whatever I have in my quiver will have any effect on a blood golem.
Considering our unfortunate loss. It's good to have a replacement.
Out.
Yeah, Avis is not. She's been pretty quiet with the death of Joe, even though you guys have only known him for what, a couple days maybe. His death was pretty gruesome.
Yeah, Arthur doesn't seem sad. He seems annoyed. Like
Well, he came in
frustrated.
as a shadow. He left as a shadow. You think we can sneak up on this critter? Is this critter like out in the open?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too worried about the comings and goings of anybody.
So we might be able to get a first strike off on this guy.
I would imagine so.
Did we conclude the person who's in control of this golem was the guy we just killed?
Yeah, that the demon constructed it.
Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to get rid of it so it doesn't go off on its own doing uncontrolled things.
All right. Who's leading the way?
Get you up to the 3rd floor.
Oh.
And I will put it in the combat tracker.
Now, what is this?
Are those the denizens of the city?
Yeah. Let's see here. I've got to unlock that. A little brief description. You see, see the size of this thing.
Before we go in there, I would like to...
Yeah, cast any
like,
spells.
I was going to say, as we're heading up there, I'm going to cast Shield because
Okay.
I have brittle bones. I need to not die if I get hit.
It's
Apply effect.
feel free to cast whatever spell you want on yourself. You've got more than enough time to prepare. He leads you up.
This yellow rectangle in front of me, is that a wall?
No, that's just
bed.
yeah. That's just that means your character's first in the combat tracker.
No, I'm talking on the map. There's a yellow rectangle in front of me.
Yeah, that's a bed. So
That's a bed. Okay.
yeah, so he leads you up.
Did we already roll initiative?
No,
That's from last time.
yeah, it's from
The
last
maps
time.
are not the maps are not perfectly 100% analog with what's going on, so be aware of some of that stuff.
Yeah, so he leads you up a flight of stairs past the 2nd floor, and you see like a long hallway. It's got like private rooms and stuff like that, and the stairwell continues up to the 3rd floor, and there's 2 doors, one to the left, one to the right. He says the creature is in there. There's a half a dozen of my customers in there currently. If you could manage to save some of them, I would add to the
How
reward.
much per person?
I believe 10 gold rooks is fair.
What's the price on it?
20.
I mean,
Let's give me a
I feel like Arthur's the least morally righteous of the party.
give me a diplomacy check, Velkeen.
Where do I do that?
On the tabs, skills, and then diplomacy.
I'm looking. 1 minute.
That's your DC right there, 26.
I'm rejoining Fantasy Grounds once more.
What's going on, Arthur?
This happens every so often. It's happened before.
Is it my room or is it your connection?
It's possibly me. I just relaunched Foundry Fantasy Grounds to see if that changed anything.
Okay.
It might have been because I had it launched since immediately updated it, and maybe not everything was fully updated.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just assuming that's what's going on.
Okay, I finally found diplomacy. Where do I click?
Let's see here. So you would be clicking.
You take the number,
Yeah.
you click on the number, and then you bring it over to the chat log at the left, and it'll drag the die over there, and then you could just.
You could also
I
double.
don't see any number at all.
So that means you have no modifier. So you just double click on that space. See the little the blank space? There we go. He looks at you and he says, "Between us, I wouldn't get 10 gold pieces out of these customers. So, good of my heart has its limits. 10 gold rooks if you for each one that you save."
When we're looking at the room.
Very well.
Oh, go ahead.
So when he opens the door, he's got it locked. He opens the door and kind of steps aside and quickly scrambles downstairs. So inside, it's just a large open area. There's a set of curtains that kind of bisect it in the middle, and you got about a 15-foot opening in between. You see a bunch of beds, maybe a dozen beds, maybe 10. You see people that they look like they're in almost like trances, and they've got one arm distended, and there's a creature that is roughly the size of a man, and he's got tubes flowing from their arms into himself. It's like long 15, 20-foot long tubes into a collection into his own arm. And it seems to be walking back and forth from one place to another, adjusting the arms of the various victims or customers to enhance the flow of blood to itself. And it doesn't really seem to care that you guys have entered the room or the door is opened.
So these guys with the blue border, they're not enemies. They're
the customers, yeah.
They're the customers, yeah.
Gotcha.
What we need to do appears obvious. We're going to have to cut off the blood supply. Strike those tubes.
Does he care when a guy comes up to him with a big two-handed sword, walks
Yeah.
to the other side?
That's
That part he cares about, yeah.
yeah. But say as soon as the sword comes out, then we'll roll initiative. You can put yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Everybody can move up or do whatever.
I'll get myself within range so I can see him. At least. How far can Acid Splash go? It's short, isn't it?
30 feet, I think.
It's 25 plus
Plus 5 per. So
plus
it should
5
be
per 2 spell levels. So it
should be about
40 feet.
40 feet by now. Yeah.
I think it's 40. My cast levels. Yeah, with conjuration, it's still 6. I have nothing to boost my conjuration.
Let's get initiatives from.
Does Avis want to move up? And Luna?
Yeah, Avis moves around. She maybe leaps over the bed.
Initiative is under skills.
On the main page
Main.
should be the kind of right quadrant, top right quadrant.
Yeah, do you see where your strength is? Directly to the right of that. That's your initiative.
I can double click on the number.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, we're really rolling well.
Do one for midnight as well,
I got booted again.
Keith.
I was wondering why I couldn't see that roll. I got booted.
All right.
Not certain what's going on here. If it's only affecting me, I'll just rejoin every time it happens.
Yeah, I think it is only affecting you. Nobody else is dropping.
I'm weird.
Let's see, what is... Do you want me to roll your initiative for you, Arthur?
Sure, it's gonna take me a little bit to load the game back up.
Yeah, maybe just do a complete restart. That might. You've got an 18. Sami is the first to go in round 1.
All right. Knock the rust off here. I would like to select all of friendly units. And she's looking at this blood creature, and I'm not sure what to say to motivate you guys to kill it. Just,
Money.
Yeah.
How about
Kill
kill
it
it?
for money.
Cha-ching!
We got this.
Jackpot.
Yeah, so she uses some perform oratory to motivate you guys to give you bardic inspiration. And I cannot seem to find it on my list. I know it is here, so I've used it a million
Do we
times.
still have haste technically on us?
No, let me.
I know the spell should be over. I mean, like mechanically, I don't
Yeah.
think time is elapsed. So go ahead and remove those if we did have that.
I don't see it on us.
Yeah, I got rid of it. There we go.
I'm
Should
still
be
loading,
now.
so I'm curious.
Yeah, I think
Better.
everyone's selected, and I click effect. Boom.
There we go.
All right, that works. That's a standard action. And her move action, she will withdraw her rapier. Well, actually, it's not a rapier; it's a short sword. I had it. That was the old weapon. Was the rapier?
You can do that as you move if you want. If you got.
Yeah, but I think she's happy where she's at, so she'll just chill.
All right.
That's it for her. Down arrow.
Let's see here. I think it's time for Giant Luna.
Full action, cast enlarge.
Yep.
So once her next turn comes by, it'll finish casting.
Let's see here.
You don't need to apply the effects yet. It takes the full round, so on her next turn is when you apply it.
Yep. Cool. Arthur.
All right.
Are you back
All
in
right.
the room, or did you?
I am here this time. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So it has those tubes coming out of it, like
Yes.
into the arms of all these people.
Mhm.
How difficult would it be to, with an acid splash, just sever one of those?
Probably not hard at all. It's probably armor
More
class
so in the sense of, okay.
armor class 15 because it's kind of smaller tubing.
All right, yeah, I want to try striking it. I want to try basically beating the back, because I feel like that's going to be, even if we didn't care about these people's lives, it'd be a healing source for it.
Yeah.
So I want to try to deal with that.
Okay.
As I'm gonna
For
let
I'll say for every 5 points that you beat the 15, you can get up to 2. So if you
All
roll higher than 20.
All right, I'm not super great at it, but I'll try it. As I'm gonna go ahead and let my hand fill up with that acid as I fling it forth.
Okay, so
Not too bad. 18.
you knock out 1 tube.
Yeah, as it basically lands, like I'm assuming like right like in the halfway point between one of these people and the flesh golem, as like the acid just like sizzles right through it as it just like splits in half, like
Yep.
the two parts falling down to the ground.
You see some blood splash on the floor, but not
Yeah.
not tons, copious amounts. But any movement or anything like that?
I'm kind of in a decent spot because I have a limited range with my acid splash, and I'm in a good enough spot because this guy's gonna have to get through multiple people to get to me, so I'm not too afraid he'll attack me.
Okay.
So I will stay put.
All right. Velkeen.
I'm going to aim for the tubes as well.
Okay.
You do a full attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a full attack. You could conceivably shoot them all out, depending on how good you do.
Let's see. How did I do this?
You could take a 5-foot step before you take your full attack, in case you want to.
Will that benefit me in any way?
It'll get you in a position so these walls are in the way when you're attacking the.
Yeah, these.
the golem.
These areas here are like curtains.
Okay,
Yeah.
so. All right.
So maybe if you stepped a little like diagonal.
Yeah, like diagonally up around here. I'm used to Foundry. I thought I would. That's too far.
It's
That's fine.
good for regular movement, but
Yeah.
for 5-foot step, yeah.
Yeah, that'd have been good.
Okay.
You're in the center of a point.
That's okay. That's fine. Fire away. Just roll your attacks. There's nothing. Gonna beat DC 15. So you got 2 out and 2 out. Okay. So with 2 shots, Velkeen severs 2, and then the last 2 that are nearest the golem, the arrow just takes him almost right out of the golem's arm, and the golem turns. Anything else that you want to do, Velkeen?
Do I have a second attack?
I think that's. Yeah, you get another shot if you want.
Yeah, you
Is
have
there
another attack at Riv.
Are there any other tubes?
Nope, all the tubes have been. You just severed 4, and Arthur got
Alright.
one of the other ones.
Yeah.
You can shoot the creature if you want.
Yes.
See what kind of effect. So just the first one at.
Oof, that's a miss.
Let's see here, would be the 26 might be a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
Oh, roll for damage.
Yeah, roll for damage. Let's see here.
1.
Okay. So kind of, it almost just goes right through the creature.
All right, so he doesn't really take damage then.
Doesn't seem like it affected him a whole
Rolled
lot.
so yeah.
Right,
Okay.
we learned that it had damage resistance, so that the
Yeah.
damage...
We know that it resists damage. It's not immune, but you need to hit harder for it to go through.
Okay.
And
that's it for me.
Weapons, for whatever reason, go past it. I guess it has bones to crush.
All right.
We're still impressed you took out 4 of the connections. In one,
Yeah,
That's gonna be
I imagine you went right for the source. You went right for the actual golem itself, severed all 4 there.
Let's see here.
Yeah, went for center mass.
Yeah. All right.
So, do you feel what Bakai feels? You hear and see what she sees, or only when you focus on that sort of thing?
I mean, I can see out of her eyes and everything, but I know what's going on.
Okay, so you know what's going on, but
She has pain. I feel pain. Yes.
okay, so her pain is almost like mental. She feels kind of confused a little bit, and she shrugs it off
Okay.
as the creature closes and attacks.
Oh. Our AC's 24 with the mage armor. A hit, obviously. Yep.
Okay.
28, I think, with me. Anyway, that's a hit.
So it
12.
basically reaches for her throat and tries to grab on now. Let's see here. CMD. And Bakai backs away just in time before it wraps its hands around her throat. But Bakai the creature's hand kind of ripped off a hunk of flesh, and it seems to be bleeding. So. Avis. I think bleed effect can be countered with a Cure Light Wounds, right?
Don't know.
I'm going to give her a religion check.
Okay.
Bleeding can be stopped through the application of any spell that heals.
Any spell that heals. Okay, so she knows that.
And I think
Oh.
it just automatically stops all bleeding.
Well, then that's easy enough.
Okay. She casts a spell that helps mitigate some of the damage and it closes that wound. And I'll take the
Okay.
effect off of Bakai. It's a nasty effect. Zed.
Well, since I know that's happening, I'll come up behind Bakai and give her an infernal healing, which will heal 1 point every round for 10 rounds,
Okay.
which means that her
Fast healing one.
any future healing
Yep.
ain't gonna do much. So I'm gonna put one back, and I mean she'll bleed for that round, obviously. And that's it for me.
Okay.
Hit that chunk. Then Bakai decides, I guess it's a blood bag. Let's see what a sharp stick does to it. Big metal sharp stick.
You would think it would do more. I'm kind of
I know.
surprised it's not piercing instead of it's bludgeoning, though.
I feel like severing arteries feels more thematic.
Yeah, I do too.
But a
I mean,
great sword.
an arrow is a sharp stick, isn't it? Kind of
It
went
sure
right
is,
through
yeah.
it.
It's piercing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a great sword is piercing. So, all
Great
right.
sword.
Let me make sure I'm reading this right.
Miss. It doesn't matter. I missed.
There's a reason why. Okay. So you miss.
So
Actually, the arrow didn't go through. It kind of bounced off a hardened skin.
Ah, okay. It's
Okay.
coagulated at the end. I see.
Yeah, it's coagulated
scabby.
into a thick.
It's a scab. Okay.
yeah. All right, kitty cat.
Midnight.
How many can I move? Let's see.
I think your move is 30.
Okay, so I can.
Yeah, you can even
cat.
you can tear right through that curtain. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay,
With that speed,
then yeah, I do want to attack.
It's nothing like a cat reaching out from beneath a curtain to attack.
Yeah. And since you took the move action, you can only make the single attack.
Yeah, just one
Right.
attack. Whatever one is her best.
2 claws, bite, or rake.
Let's see here. So I think
Yeah, she can only pick one. She can't do the her full attack.
you want to do
Okay.
bite because it does bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay, bite.
Actually, doesn't she have? Do these things have the that one feat where you could take a full
No.
attack after a charge?
Oh, that's
No.
pounce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it have pounce? If it does, you should charge at it.
She might have
Yeah.
pounce.
I feel like she would.
I don't.
She does
know.
have pounce. Yes.
Oh, then
And that-
okay.
Yeah, apply charge to her then.
Yep.
Because that lowers her AC but increases her attack roll.
How do I apply charge?
Let's
Go
see
into effects and tools. Up top
I've
right.
got it. I got it for you. There we go.
Now make your full attack.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going to be bite.
You just
correct?
want to
Well, just push the full attack. Like it should do all of them.
Which one is that one?
okay, so what you want to do is you want to target the blood golem first. So first you click on midnight, and then you control click on the blood golem. You see on the combat tracker it says target stream spawn blood golem.
Okay.
And now if you roll the bite attack, it should show you whether you hit or not. So you just, there we go. That's a hit. And then you can roll the damage, which is the red button right beside it. And it should be full damage. Yep. And then roll the attack with 2 claws.
With 2 claws.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
roll them both. Oh, that's
Well, you gotta roll the attack.
you got to roll the attack.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'll leave that in case you hit. Missing a hit. So 1 hit, and you did 2 points of damage. And I think if you hit with both of those, you can potentially rake. But
Okay.
you only hit with 1.
And rake
Okay.
is, I think, automatic damage.
Automatic damage, yeah, 1d3 plus 3.
So do I roll?
Nope, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it when both the attacks hit. That's extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, only
Yeah,
one.
animal companions are really good, especially ones with pounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed it around. The leopard doesn't have, or was it? The small cat animal companion is more like a cheetah. So I made this kind of like a leopard,
Okay.
as opposed to. So I gave it pounce with rake and an ability called swamp stride. So you don't get to sprint 100 for 10 rounds,
Okay.
which is handy, but you'll find that this is more useful.
You're gonna find that you love pounce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pounce is amazing. Pounce is one of the reasons why people look at the kitsune and go, I need it.
Yeah, the same with like the big
Like also barbarians, like certain barbarian
big,
totems.
big cats like tigers and lions and stuff like that too. All right.
All right.
Did I miss anybody that round? I think we got everybody right. Okay.
Who did haste last time? Was that
Luna.
That was
Okay.
Luna.
Is it?
But Luna's taking her time.
Yep, she's-
Once her next
No,
turn
I
starts, she'll
understand.
be big Luna.
She's doing
The
a
reason I
patch
ask
chief.
is other bards I use frequently do it, and I don't think Asami can yet. And so I was like, how did I do it last time? I messed up. Yeah, so, okay. I gotta be level 7 to have access to haste, and I'm not there.
I have a lot of spells I need to get first before I can even think about getting haste. I was
Yeah.
hoping that the wizard and the bard would get them.
Yeah, Luna's got haste.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't need haste, do I?
I think we will be well served.
I'll be fine for the
He
moment.
is impressed with our new archer and thinks he is a hero. So she's gonna move and give you like an encouraging little tap. That's a touch spell, and you gain the benefits of heroism, which is going to give you some bonuses.
Oh.
So I need to give a touch targeted. Go to the spell
I think you just put the effect.
effect. Boom.
There we
So
go.
now you are gaining
+2 to hit and
Bonus.
damage. +2
Yeah.
to skills
and
and
the
saves.
bard song. Yeah. So
And
you have
plus
some
saves.
pretty beefy bonuses there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not gonna stack with inspire. No, never mind. It's a confidence
does.
bonus.
It does,
Yeah.
yeah.
The only thing that
Goddamn.
wouldn't stack was the morale bonus to fear, but I don't, so that they're both morale bonuses, so you get the best of. But the attacks will stack because it's
Extremely
confidence and
useful.
It
morale.
lasts a
Yeah.
long time, too.
Yeah.
It's like an
So
hour.
you feel heroic? Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find
Target
out.
side
Yeah,
move.
isn't heroism? I thought it was minutes per level. No, it seems to be
It's 10,
hours.
10 minutes per level, I think.
Well, 10 minutes per level. Yeah. That's
I don't
a
know.
while.
I know it's lengthy. Duration 10 minutes per level, so for an hour you feel heroic.
What's happening to Luna?
I'm trying
So
to make
that's
her
that.
big. There we
And
go.
And she's upside down too.
Took some adjustment.
I can't get her back to normal.
Yeah, for normal though, really.
All right, yeah, that's normal, Luna. All right, so she slides in here.
Completely normal. Average.
Actually, she gets more reach. She tries to stay out of Velkeen's way and stabs over. Spear comes through the curtain, knocks the curtain down. She's not too worried about Sharuk's property.
It'll already be ruined by all the blood. It's fine.
He also didn't pay us to protect the property.
No, that's true.
Should have added that to his clauses.
She misses though. She does take down the curtain. So let's get rid of that.
Luna misses? What?
Yeah, she's just a wizard. Just a wizard. Arthur.
All right. Honestly, I'm kind of best off just trying to do some supplemental damage, hitting this guy with a couple more. Where's where do I target people? I've already forgotten where to go.
Control. You click on yourself, and then you control click
Right.
on the creature.
Okay.
And for Velkeen, too. You've never seen this before, but the quiet lady who declares herself a wizard has just grown to be the size of a giant. She's now
Yeah,
almost 10 feet tall. Her spear is like 15 feet long.
She spent the turn chanting and
Okay.
growing.
And all of us act like that's perfectly normal.
perfectly
like none
normal.
of us are concerned.
I'm gonna sling another acid splash his way. I
Okay.
don't have
Don't have
I forget
precise
what the
shot,
feat's called, but I don't have precise shots, so I take a -4,
but it's just a
which
touch
I've already
attack.
calculated
So
here.
okay.
Yeah, well, when you have a -4, then yeah, that it makes an 8. Not gonna hit, fortunately.
Let's see here.
Honestly, I'm kind of best off just being a little acid splash turret until people get hurt.
Roll another
Maybe
one of them without the -4.
Another one without the -4?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and target him.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to target him.
Okay.
I'm not worried about you hitting him.
Oh.
Okay, you're all right.
Oh.
Yeah. The DC was the DC was going to be 8. So if you'd have rolled a 1 on that one, you might have taken somebody out.
Oh no, I thought you were implying that it was deflecting back to me. Okay.
No, it might have. It goes a little, comes up. It goes a little long and a little right. It lands kind of at the feet of one of the people.
Oops.
At the bottom of her bed.
Yeah, as it sizzles on the ground, like Arthur's just like, oops. Just like noticing like a little bit off. Arthur will move a little bit just to try to get himself a slightly better shot next time.
Sure.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Just a quick little step.
All right. Velkeen.
Okay, so regular arrows didn't do anything. I'll try cold iron.
Okay.
And
Let me see
I guess
here.
I have to use precise shot since I have friends around him.
Precise shot is already. If you have it, we don't have to worry about it.
All it does is get rid of a penalty for attacking people in melee region.
What I'm going to get you to put on and the combat tracker, I'm going to get you to put on point blank shot. That's the attack 1, damage 1. See where it says off? I want you to click that to on.
All right, I'm looking for it. Is this under abilities or?
No, it's on the combat tracker. I don't know if you
Oh.
have that open or not. It's the 2 crossed swords.
Okay.
Under tools, the far right. And you'll see all the characters and the monster in there. If you scroll down to Velkeen and you click on see Velkeen Silverleaf, it'll say your initiative, your hit points. And if you scroll over, the second one from the far right is effects. If you click on that, you should get a list of all the different.
Sorry, I'm a little lost here.
That's okay. So
I'm looking for tools.
So tools, not on the character sheet. Just in the room, on the far right, you'll see tools. Open it up, and then you'll see a pair of cross swords. If you hover it over it, it says combat tracker.
Okay.
Open that up. Just click that open.
Yep. Okay, it's already open.
Okay. So you scroll down to yourself, Velkeen, and then in that same row where it says Velkeen Silverleaf, 16 initiative, 46 hit points. The second one over from the far right, so it's almost like a little man. If you click on that, it should open up all your effects. Mine turns blue. I don't know if yours does when you open it up.
Sorry, I'm looking for this little man. I don't
Okay.
really see that.
Okay, so the very top row, you see your name. You got your miniature, your name, and then initiative 16, hit points
Okay.
46. Then there's 3 empty boxes. Then there's
No, I don't. No, I don't see these 3 empty boxes.
Okay, for temporary subdual or wounds.
No, I don't see any of that.
Okay, maybe you just have to expand your combat tracker a little bit. Maybe go down to the far bottom right of it and drag and click to maybe open it up a little bit more. Might not be
Okay,
well.
I see. Okay, so I see my name, big long line. I see my initiative 16.
Yep.
Then I see the status box, and then I see faction friend button.
Okay, keep going. And there's
And that's where it stops.
Okay.
There's no like little bottle that says effects.
No.
Huh.
Okay. Well, I'll do it for you then. So we'll put on point blank shot, and we'll put on rapid shot. So you get a -2 penalty for shooting 1 extra shot, but you're at +1 to hit and +1 damage for point blank.
Where do you have those effects? Because I've been just adjusting my action thing whenever I have them on or off. That'd be a lot easier to turn those on and off.
Yeah, they're like I say, it's up by the character name. You'll see your miniature, the character name, your initiative score. Then you see the green faction. You should see the piezo symbol.
Yeah, no, I don't have them on mine. I'm just looking.
Yeah, so
I can see the effects, but can you drag them onto my Bakai, and I'll just turn them on and off as needed. That way, I don't have to keep doing it in the actions.
Yeah, see, if I do it, then you don't have access to them. Whereas if you do it, then you can.
All right, I'll make the effects. I'll have to make them. I see the effects on.
Okay, there's the effects. Okay, I see the effect now.
Okay, cool.
All right, and you've already turned it on?
I've already turned it on, but you can play with it if you want, so you can see whether. Okay. But feel free to make your rolls.
Okay, so this is with the cold iron arrows.
Yep. And you're within 30 feet. You don't have to worry about precise shot. So the first, that was a 20. So let's see here. We've got first attack is a hit, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Second attack is going to be a miss. You can roll again one more time just on the on the character sheet. So just at the top score. So at the +13. So it'd be a 19. We'll see if that hits. That's a miss. So roll your damage once. And I'll drag it over there. And 5 points of damage. So it digs into the creature. It kind of just wings it. Breaks through that hard, scabby kind of exterior that it's got.
Okay. I don't plan on moving anywhere, so I guess I'm done.
Okay. I'll shoot you down to the golem. There we go. All right. So let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3 will be midnight. 4, 5, 6 will be Bakai. So it's a full attack on midnight. Got a hit and a miss. So 1 hit. For 12. Yeah, let's see here. It's got a hold of midnight, so you guys are both grappled. And let's see here. Bleed. And it seems to, with the blood that once it's latched on, it seems to be kind of knitting up the wound that it just took. So it's got to hold the midnight, and that's the end of its turn. Avis is... She's going to move up to there. Kind of climbs onto the bed. Let's see. Little acrobatics. Oh, she doesn't make much progress. She gets stymied by a cot. Zed.
Well, the curtain too is in the way, right?
Yeah, the curtain's kind of hanging akimbo, and maybe she steps on the cot, and the person kind of tilts down towards her.
Which ones are still feeding him?
They're all clear.
Oh, they're all clear of him?
They're all clear. Right now, Midnight's feeding them.
Okay.
Hey, Nash.
Well, I'll just go over here where I have a clear shot and toss a little bit of acid his way. Target him. Cast.
That's a hit.
Lash.
Nice.
Resisted.
Shouldn't be resisted.
All right. That was me. But Kai, gonna take a swing.
Okay.
See, targeting him already.
That's a hit.
Not great, but
Yeah, tense.
okay. That's it for us.
All right.
All right, so the only thing she can do is attack then, right?
She can.
Can she disengage?
Yeah, she can make an acrobatics check to try and break free.
How do I do that?
So under skills, she has. You can on your turn. It's either acrobatics or escape artist. She's better at acrobatics. So open up Midnight sheet. It's the third tab down called skills. Acrobatics +8, or escape artist +4.
Okay.
So you click on the
So acrobatics. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
then
I
click
think it's actually just escape artist. Anybody know the
Okay.
grapple rules better than me?
If it's
I'm trying to
actually
find the grapple
grappled,
rules.
yeah.
It is escape artist, right?
So
So
which
it's
one?
like
Grapple
so
rules are
CM
difficult
either
to
that
read.
or a CMB.
Standard action. It's a CMD or a CMB check. Yeah.
CMB check. So okay,
Or escape artist, your choice.
yeah. So CMB is better. So go to the second tab, combat, and CMB is the very bottom entry on that page under melee.
Okay.
Yeah, double click on
I see it.
CMB.
Apparently, if you succeed, you can become the grappler. Huh.
That's reasonable. Yep. We do that in wrestling.
I was not aware of that.
First.
Double clicking on the numbers, nothing happened.
On the +7.
On the +7.
Yeah, you should
I'm
see.
looking for CMB. Where do you see +7? I see +8, +6,
Okay, so
+2.
you're on the combat tab.
Yeah.
Not the actions, but combat.
Yeah.
Very bottom entry on the left-hand box.
Oh, darn. I was clicking on Velkeen's page. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah,
All right.
right at the very bottom.
That is a common mistake. I've made that so many times. Not on this game because I only have one character, but the other
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Double click on the +7. Correct.
+7. Yep. That is a miss. So it's not high enough to escape. I think with that you can make one attack afterwards. So
No, it's a standard action to attempt to escape.
oh, is it a standard option? Okay.
It is a standard action.
Okay. It's either that or you can make your full attack, right? With
You either try to escape or you make a limited attack with a light weapon, which
okay.
that attack counts.
Most natural weapons are light weapons.
Okay.
All right. So
So could not get out of the grasp of the golem.
okay. So turn is done.
turn is done.
All right.
All right, next actor is Asami.
All right.
Top of
we're gonna
round 3.
try being a little offensive this time around. Now that we got things going, everyone should still be benefiting from the Inspire Courage. I don't see it on there for people.
Yep. Everybody has it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is. It's buried. Got it. All right, so we're going to move forward 5, 10. Kind of liked where I was. I think I was here before. That puts me within range easily. So we're going to target the creature and use a bardic performance. Weird words. See how that works.
Does this have no spell resistance or anything like that?
Let's take a look. It does not show any spell resistance. It is a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
So since it is ranged, does not have precise shots, take a -4.
Okay.
But it's touch.
But it's
not,
touch, so it should be easier
so
to...
it should is the key word, right? The description doesn't say anything about spell resistance.
Okay. It's like an... It's like an...
It's a supernatural ability,
Okay.
not a spell or spell-like ability. That would
cool.
explain that.
All right.
So she says something weird that may be indistinguishable to normal people. It's just like, to her it makes sense, but everyone else doesn't make sense. But it seems to hurt him if it affects him. If it doesn't, then it's just gibberish. So I'm going to put in the -4 in the modifier, so there should be no adjustment needed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a separate thing to just automatically put up -4.
Yeah. I don't do this very often. Penalties, so... Alright, -4 in the modifier, and I hit attack, right?
Yeah.
Go. Targeted properly. I'm not attacking myself. Alright.
It is a miss.
13 is not enough to hit his touch DC.
Not enough to
Correct.
hit his touch.
Yep.
Let's make sure it was attack on touch.
Yeah, 8 was not a very good roll.
It was set to touch.
Nope, that's not enough to hit the touch.
Okay. Well, it was not a good roll then. She moved, she attacked. Next turn I'll have to redo the Inspire Courage.
Naz, you got
Can you give
giant...
me the map, please?
Sure thing.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
Giant Luna's in the house.
I like Giant Luna.
Right now, they're fighting a blood golem. It's got DR5 bludgeoning. The other creatures that you see on the map are the blood golem's victims. It was draining their blood.
We get extra money if they stay alive, so don't attack them.
So no fireballs.
Oh,
Well, it'll cost
glad
you
told me.
10 gold rilks. You know for a fact that the golem is immune to magic, most magic.
Okay.
It's a few
That's why you went in death mode.
a few things like the blood effects and stuff like that affect it, but I don't know if you have those at your disposal.
Okay. Take that.
It's a miss.
Hey. That sucks.
A narrow miss, but a miss.
I don't know if it's worth attacking this creature, because I have too high a chance of hitting anybody else, and my chance to hit it is very low.
You're I'll tell you, on a 1 or a 2 on your attack with your bonuses, that's where you will hit someone else.
In that, yeah, it's not worth it then, because I'm going to hit people then.
10% of the time.
That's not worth it, because I have my chance to hit him is too low anyway to make that worth it.
You did notice that when Avis cured Bukai, the blood effect turned off on the golem.
I do know that, yeah.
And it's got to hold to midnight right now, and it's draining its blood.
Yeah, if you guys can heal my cat, that'd be great.
Still a lot of fight left in that cat, though.
Did we lose Arthur? I heard him fade out on the last talk.
Yep, disconnected. We'll get out to Velkeen and then shoot back to Arthur.
All right, so he's really pissing me off by grappling with my cat. I'm gonna shoot him as hard as I can.
Yep, shoot him as hard as you can.
Okay, where is?
My internet turned off for a moment.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we'll pop back to your turn when you get back on. There's no rush. Okay, I see a hit.
No, just heal. Just roll a heal spell.
Just roll a heal spell?
What hit?
Okay.
Yeah, I was healing midnight.
Hit and a
That's all I'm
miss.
gonna do.
And then one more at your highest one. So the way to do that, Velkeen, instead of rolling them both, under the Actions tab, just click on the +10 as opposed to the orange button. If you double click on the +10, that'll see composite longbow, orange button, +10, +5, damage. So if you just double click on the 10, that gives you just the one attack.
Oh, I see what you mean. That?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay.
So you hit once. You can roll your damage. Does a bit of damage. There we go. Now it's kind of bleeding all over. Arthur. Let's see here.
What?
I'm just gonna roll your Cure Light wounds.
Oh yeah, roll my cure light wounds.
Yep. Which turns
I already expended the spell.
turns the bleed effect off on midnight. Oh, you did already expend your spell?
I expended the spell, but I didn't roll the hit points.
Cool. Gotcha. All right, back to the Blood Golem. Blood Golem's going to release the grapple as a free action. I think it's a free action to release it.
Yeah, you could just release it. It needs to spend actions in order to maintain the grapple.
And it lashes out twice at Bakai. Kind of just tosses the cat back, even though he's not going to change spots on the map. One miss. Both misses. Avis. There she goes. Makes the DC 5 check. Climbs up onto the bed and slashes out with... She never uses the heavy mace. She's going to use her heavy mace. It's a miss. She's not as good with it. Zed.
All right. Toss a little acid his way,
Sure thing.
because it did almost nothing last time. Let's see if we can double that. There you go. It says resisted again.
Yeah, I don't know why.
All right.
Bakai.
Well, Guy 5 foot's onto the pillow.
Okay. It's a DC 5 acrobatics if you need to roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're more than
terrain.
if you're more than +4, don't worry about it.
Well, that's
Okay.
pretty close. She's like, this
Yeah.
pillow has human sweat all over
I
it.
know.
Eh.
Avis had a tough time with it too.
She's like, I'm wearing sandals. All right. And then she tries to come straight down. Where's the weapon? There it is. Onto his head. The pillow's bothering her. She misses.
Okay, so midnight's going to be. Which one is the full attack? Bite?
You have to roll them separate.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
What do I got to do?
Just do the 2 claws and the bite. 2 claws. Miss, and the bite. Miss.
Okay.
Asami.
Yeah, I think we need to redo the bardic performance, and so we can target everybody. Target friendly units. Go down to fire courage. Give you an effect. That's standard action right now. And not much we can do with the move action offensively, so come on guys, we got this. We've fought harder creatures than this.
It's carapace. It's scabby hide. It's hard to penetrate. That won't do it. Arthur.
Oh, did I not even move? I was supposed to be down here.
Yeah. Or there or there. Either, whichever one you want to be.
I was originally down here.
Okay.
Honestly, I can't really do much. I mean, I can attempt the
From there,
without hitting one of these people.
From there, your acid splash won't hurt anybody if you miss.
All right. Okay. There it's safe enough to do it.
Because you're straight on.
I'll give it a try. No harm.
It's a miss.
Well, I've done all I can do.
Velkeen.
Okay. Same thing I did last time, I guess.
Yep. Fire when ready, sir. You did note that your cold iron didn't seem to have any different effect. So if saving them is if it matters at all, you can save them.
Okay. Was there a third arrow that I had in the
Yeah,
cover?
it's the what you do is you click the one at your highest attack. So it would be the +10, I think. Just
Well,
click
rapid
it.
shot gives you your extra attacks, but all of your attacks become a -2.
Yeah, but it's already calculated in there. So just
Oh, it's already
click one more at your highest attack.
The third kind you had is silver, but that probably won't help
Okay.
this guy.
So,
So just click on the 10, you said?
yeah, double click on the +10. 23. I think that's still a miss. Yeah, still a miss. The Blood Golem, Avis, Midnight, or Bakai, in that order. Avis. We got there 29 and a 14. Oh, what am I doing? I rolled the wrong dice. And then I'll throw the... And Avis bleeds. What is she doing for hit points? Yeah, she's fine. She's going to attack. Still miss. Zed.
Okay, looks like people are kind of in the way, so I'm not going to risk anything. And I got nothing. All right, Bakai though now has traction. 1 foot on the wood frame at the end.
1 foot on
other
the customer.
Yeah, braced on the squirming
Yeah.
torso of the customer.
Yeah. Take a step to flank, probably.
God, my way. Oh, I meant
yeah.
to take a step. Damn it.
Yeah, you can do that.
all
Yeah.
right. Anyway, I'm
21.
guessing a 21.
No, still not.
Okay, then that's it.
So midnight.
Okay.
There's a hit. Is that the... That's one of the claws?
Yeah, 2 claws.
Okay. One of the claws hits. Okay, perfect. And then do your
And then the
bite.
bite.
Yep. Not quite. So 2 more would be 21 because you got him in a flank now.
Okay.
Asami.
All right. How is the blood golem looking? Probably hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's bleeding. There's
Yeah.
blood. There's blood that's...
Hard to, yeah.
One
with
could
all the
say
mess
heavy.
Yeah, with all the mess that's there. I see the dot says heavy, but realistically, with the character, no.
I mean, it would have to show some signs of damage.
like it's gone almost 30 seconds of being pummeled by all you guys. Not many things
Yeah.
stand up to that.
I'm gonna try this one more time just to see. And she utters some nonsense. And it does big damage if I actually manage to hit. I
Yep.
need to do the -4 in the modifier. There we go. So attack. Let's roll something decent.
Oh,
That's worse.
I was on an 18.
Yeah. No. That is not good. He is not good at this ability. I was thinking this ability would be good for us, and it has not been good for us. Alrighty.
Luna. You get +2 to hit, Luna. You're flanking. If you want to do that.
Are you muted?
Might be a way too. I can roll it. Let's add this in.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, +2 because you're flanking. If you want to do that, if you want to attack.
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right.
Oh, I do. I suck.
So it'd be a 19. Yeah.
Well, let Hippokai.
No, don't worry about it. You're
All
doing. You're already taking the -4 with the precise shot. I'm just worried about like the overspray, getting the. There's a hit.
At last, as that little globule finally connects.
There you go.
Completely resisted.
Nope. It doesn't have acid resistance. I don't know why it's saying that.
It apparently does.
Nope. It does not. So it almost discorporates.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just going back to regular arrows.
Yep.
Since they have the same effect.
.28 is a hit, so there's 1 hit. Oh, nice one. 12. That might kill it. Poof. And it just kind of one final arrow hits it right in the chest and shoots right through, narrowly missing Bakai, and the like a big bag of blood just kind of spills out on the floor as the scabby skin kind of just crumbles down.
Clean up in L3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people are clearly they're out of it. You can tell that they're under the effects of trance, the drug. But they're all
They
very
look like
much
they need
alive.
medical attention.
What's that?
I was gonna say Avis might want to hit the channel energy
Yeah, for everybody.
for everybody,
And that
including
would-
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And
If any blood splattered on Asami, she prestidigitation to clean that up. We can't have that.
so Avis, I think she's all out of fervor for the day after this. Let's target friendly units. I should have given everybody back 8. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, the targeting didn't work. That's why. Anyway, everybody gets back 8. I'll fix hers up.
8 what?
8 hit points
Oh.
for everybody. Is that full? Bakai, is that full?
Yeah, including the
Yeah, including
trans victims.
Yeah, exactly. Midnight's at full. And Arthur. Somehow you had 3 points of damage, Arthur. Oh, that was from
that earlier.
that was from the fight before, maybe.
I thought I got healed that earlier because we got a thing from before.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. You're all healed up now. Anyhow. Yeah. So people are under the effects of a drug, but they're not physically in danger of dying. They're physically almost back to what they would have what they would have been when they stumbled into this place. The effects of the blood drain have been mitigated. After a couple moments when it's quiet, doesn't hear the sounds of the clash of swords and stuff like that. Asnaan and Rook looks in. Oh, you did it.
Luna stops being big because that's, I think, rounds per level.
What's that?
I think Luna's small by this point now. Isn't that rounds per level?
Yeah. By the time he looks in, Luna would be regular size. Is it rounds per level or is it minutes?
It's rounds per level.
Is it rounds per level?
I thought it was rounds. It might be. I thought it was rounds per level.
It doesn't matter. For this, I think it might be round. I think it might be minutes or.
No, it's minutes. I'm
minute.
thinking of summon monster.
Oh, okay. So you can decide whether you want to be giant Luna or regular Luna. You can dismiss it if you want. You don't expect any more adventuring in this area. Asnaan Shruk pops his head in, and he looks impressed.
You're gonna need a mop and a bucket.
We'll get this whole area cleaned up, and I'll close this down for the night. We'll get some people to take care of these folks, get them home safely if they have a home.
Yes, all 5 of them.
Yes, I see. So it's yes.
I heard the ching in that comment.
Come down to my office, and I will pay you what is owed, and we can discuss anything further you might wish to know. So you can his office is small. It's like a 10 by 10. There's a little hallway behind it. He's got a little wall vault. Opens it up. He's probably got a few hundred gold rooks in there. He counts out 150 and just stacks it on the table in 50 gold rook stacks. I will put that reward in the old character sheet.
150 by 6. Unless Avis chooses not to take a share.
Did I drag it twice? I did. 153. Yeah, do you want me to do you want me to put
I don't see any reason why she would deny a share, so it's just 25 to each.
Okay. What I can do is I can pop that into everybody's sheet. There we go. What's your business with this Brotherhood of the Spider? I wish to see them gone as well. They've put me through no small amount of trouble in the last couple of weeks. It was much easier dealing with Aztekar and the trance.
Zastakor?
Aztekar was the blessed one, the guy you guys killed at the bookstore.
Gotcha. Yep.
The guy had been traveling into the dream realms and brought the book back.
How'd you get messed up in this crap?
How did I get messed up in this crap?
Yes. Why would you ask me a question when I asked you?
This is my business. It's purveyor of spirits. The drug trance was the taste of the day, as you will. Seemed like everybody was willing to pay top coin for its experiences. Things have changed over the last couple of weeks, though. The couple months leading up to it, it had been mostly pleasurable experience for, I wouldn't say all, but some, and enough to keep them coming back. But something has changed ever since this business with the Spider Brothers and this book, and ever since that scoundrel Falserini darkened my door. There's been a noted shift. The people do not wish to experience it anymore. Do you know what this is about? You seem to know a lot about these groups.
Where do you get your drugs?
I bought them from the chemist through Aztekar. Initially,
That's the guy who killed, right?
yeah. Initially, I was purchasing them from a mystic, some sort of priest who had a church on the Street of the Gods, but that source dried up, and it was replaced with Aztekar's. Very similar effect, similar price.
He's not happy with the Brotherhood of the Spider either.
No, he's not happy with them at all.
Okay, so I think our mission was to investigate where they hole up so we can kind of have an area to go to.
Yeah, he says that you could probably find some of their shiver dealers in the night market. As for their suppliers, if you want to have a solid lead on where it gets supplied from, he suggests the Shoals, which is it's kind of a shiver. It's more like it's not an actual like den like this is. This is kind of elaborate, like 3 stories of places to go and experience the drug and stuff like that. It's kind of more like a crack house. It's just an odd collection of buildings under the red oliphant on the old city wall next to the night market. I've got a picture of that. You guys have seen it. This isn't far away from where you had the big battle with the Brotherhood, or with the those who hear cultists. So say from his office window, if you're looking out to the north, you see that arch there? That's like an old city wall that kind of runs maybe through a couple neighborhoods. It doesn't actually join to the actual wall anymore. And they've Rook's Roost. There's painted on the wall. There's like a smiling red oliphant It's all faded. It hasn't been whatever establishment it was advertising for has been gone for at least a decade now. It's almost the point where it's almost been forgotten. But the elephant in paint is still on the wall, and that's how you know that you've got to the right place. He says the Shoals is like a collection of flop houses, but he says that the proprietor, his name's Mosley, he has like his offices up on the third floor. He says there's like there's a stone wall and a gate and a set of stairs that you would have to go up, and a reinforced door with a eye slot, much like his own. And he's got little offices there, and he supplies the people in all the flop houses in the neighborhood. He might have a more direct connection.
I think we need to give him a visit. After resting.
Yeah, it's around 10 o'clock at night by the time you guys have finished up all this stuff. Go get a round of beers, and everybody goes home and reconvenes somewhere. Let's see.
I mean, suspicious. He might be maybe not revealing everything he knows about how to locate them.
Okay, yeah, you can do a sense motive, and you can find out more from him if you want.
Trying to. There we go. It rolled. That's not very good.
Let's see here.
Maybe her suspicions are worn off, and she's like, okay.
No, he's got. Let's see here. I don't think he's holding anything back. You get the vibe that he wants you guys to take out the Shoals or the Brotherhood of the Spider. So, he says before we went on break, he had offered to write a little letter of introduction for you guys, as long as you see this through.
The letter of introduction was to whom?
Mosley Shoals.
Okay.
Just to kind of get you in the door, sort of thing.
I'll take it.
But he doesn't want to have to deal with mayhem like this in the future. He has confidence that you guys can see it through. So he's going out on a limb doing this for you. And he seals the letter with wax and a little... the wax is black. And he's got like a little rubber stamp. It has a picture of a raven. That's his mark. The Rook's Roost. It can say whatever you want it to say. He's more than happy to write it out in his hand. He's had communication with Mosley over the years. He knows him fairly well. They've been rivals for quite some time, but not unfriendly rivals. It's kind of the two liquor stores down the street from each other, or two neighborhood taverns kind of thing. They don't hate each other. They know each other. He doesn't really have anything against Mosley in particular, but he doesn't want the mayhem that is caused with his connection, the Brotherhood of the Spider, coming back to haunt him in the future with another demon and more blood golems and his business completely disrupted. So what do you think that you want him to write on the little letter of introduction? If you want one.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys sort it out. I'm just going to shoot to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I think anything that's a positive attribute about...
Well,
Mission
what's the
job.
purpose? Are we drug couriers for him? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't think it should mention like what we can do.
Opening a new branch? We'd say we're going to open it at Vernus's church. Let's see if she objects. No? Okay.
I don't hear an objection.
I can't think of anything special. So we just go with that?
I'm good with it. I don't have anything further to add.
All right.
Just as long as it doesn't mention like what we're capable of in terms of
Yeah,
No,
like the
we're just-
surprise and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just opening a new distribution point. A way for him to make money and us to get started. Win, win. Stab, stab,
Yeah.
stab.
I could aid by making a bluff roll to.
I'm not bad
Sami's-
at lying myself.
Yeah,
We do have quite a few charisma casters.
yeah. What I'm saying
I
is,
figure,
my character's better at this than I am.
I figure once we get inside, unless we see something to the contrary, we just start stabbing and causing mayhem. Disrupting
recommend-
the supply.
I think we should probably find the most surgical spot to start stabbing. Try to get to somewhere that we can cause the most damage with the least amount of effort on our part. To start off with.
If you want, before you guys head home or disengage for the evening, I can give you just a little preview of the map. You can do a just kind of like a. I don't know if I have walls on this one or not. Yeah, I do. Okay. So let's see here. Just a little preview of the area. You guys can just do a quick scout. You don't have to go in or anything like that. Just do a walk by. You can see the red oliphant painted on the wall up there. Just this whole collection of houses. Oh, sorry.
What?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Movement's locked.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
Yeah. So this whole collection of houses here is known colloquially as the Shoals. It's a whole bunch of flop houses and crack houses and stuff like that.
Don't escape the confines of the map. He'll never come back.
I'll show you that, and I'll show you where it is on the Lankhmar map. I don't think Keith's seen the Lankhmar map yet. So,
No.
It's quite fast.
Would Sami be familiar with these areas? Probably not. Probably
well,
heard
this
about it, but never
this
really
isn't
ventured.
far from the night market, so you've been around here before, and this is just
Casey Street?
yeah, this is just up the street from the Reality Wrinkle. So let's clear off
Okay.
all of these, and I'll put a new one on there. I'd ping it, but it doesn't work that well. It is.
Yeah, it's in the upper right quadrant.
Yeah, like right in there. That's the entrance to the night market.
I like that most of this takes place in the March district, which is just. I wouldn't say the.
Yeah, it's the ghetto.
Describe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the ghetto.
it's basically the low rent part of town where there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of transients. There's a lot of buildings in disrepair.
Isn't that the whole city then?
No, the whole city.
I mean, it's the rotten core of
Yeah.
an old apple,
yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
of an old already decaying rat.
And a few streets down is the bustling street of the gods, and a few streets north is, believe it or not, the noble section of town where the buildings are extremely extravagant.
I've noticed is that the Rainbow Palace up there.
Yes. That's where the Overlord. We don't really talk about government too much. The Overlord is the ruler of the city.
Of our characters.
Yeah, exactly. He's the ruler of the city. And it changes from time to time, and it affects some people and doesn't affect others. Right now, the Overlord, his name is Glipkirio Kistamersis in this little timeline. I don't know if fans of the stories probably recognize that name.
Is it properly pronounced by the denizens of the city often, or do they have trouble saying it?
They have trouble saying it, too.
Do they just call him the Overlord instead?
Yes.
That's a common thing with fantasy names, right? People like come up
I
with
think
these-
this is more like a Greek name.
Yeah.
I
When you
think-
have a fantasy name, you always want to have a title attached to it. You don't want to just have Skim Bob because people will remember it. You want to have Skim Bob the Count or Count Skim Bob. So it's like, oh, that guy.
Well, this is predates the whole fantasy naming of.
Well, I'm saying just in general, you always want to have something common to latch onto.
Yeah, like these. A lot of these characters were written in like the 1930s.
Oh yeah, that's predating.
Yeah, this is the birth of sword and sorcery. So, there's like 4 or 5 different overlords named in different iterations and timelines. I think one overlord dies at some point in one of the stories. But yeah, at the time of this game's occurring, Glipkirio Kistamersis is the overlord. That the whole map, Keith. There's various sections of the town as you wander this. As Velkeen wanders the streets more, he becomes more and more familiar with the various parts of town. So far, you're pretty much only familiar with the area just outside of the Marsh Gate. You came in the Marsh Gate. There's the Street of the Gods. Avis has invited you to her temple on the Street of the Gods. It's just a small little...
Okay. How do I move the map? I can zoom in and out, but I can't move it left, right, up, or down.
Okay, so on the...
Middle mouse, I believe.
So I think you probably have the... Okay, so it should be, say, unidentified, and then you should see toggle toolbar. If you click toggle toolbar, you should get a whole different row of things you can do. And there should be the second one from the right should be toggle navigation panel. If you click that, you should get a thing of buttons on the bottom. And then you can scroll in, scroll out with your mouse wheel. It's a big map, though. This is from AD&D in 1986.
Yeah, Gygax was a big fan of like Pathfinder and the Grey Mouser and all that.
Yeah, he was. I don't think... I don't know if he wrote this. Let me see.
I mean, just in general, just to show that
Yeah, he made the...
Lankhmar had like old D&D has a lot of roots from like Tolkien and like
yeah.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, he the Appendix N from the old Dungeon Master's Guide. I think it was called Appendix N. Or Appendix something or other.
Yeah, I think it was Appendix End.
Let's see, who wrote this one? I don't think it had an actual... Bruce Nesmith, Douglas Niles, and Ken Rolston. I think it's one of the first ones they did after Gygax sold out. I'm not 100% on that. So back to the Shoals map. Let's see here. You can see in the alleyway the stairwell that they're talking about. You can also see the 15-foot high wooden wall that abuts the old wall. It looks like there's a courtyard or something like that. And you can see windows up top that are all boarded up on the third floor where that would probably enter into. If you wanted to get up on the roof, you probably could see if there was another entrance up there. But as far as you can tell, into the office building of Mosley Shoals, or to get to talk to Mosley Shoals, you'd probably have to go into the courtyard and go up that stairwell. Can't see any other areas of easy ingress, is what I'm trying to say, without searching further, doing whatever. So you've at least given it a walk by, and you've got a rough idea of where it is. What else would you like to do?
We see any guards or anything? Does it look like?
Yeah, there's definitely people in the courtyard. It's a 15-foot high wall. If you wanted to, you could probably. Well, there's a 10-foot high stairway and another business right across the road. So if you walked up the stairway and looked over the wall, you could probably see a couple people moving around here and there. And
So
then
it's 10 o'clock at night?
10 o'clock at night. And then at one point, you see a man walk up the stairs and use a set of keys and open the door, go in. He is dressed in the basic accoutrement of a Lankhmar Bravo. He's got a club and some studded leathers, maybe a knife somewhere on him. He's definitely not an extremely well-armed fighting man.
What's going on in this alleyway here?
That alleyway there, yeah, there's let's see here. There's this area here was a 3-story tenement, but on the second floor there is a business. I did write down what it was at one point. A chandlery. They sell a variety of candles. In that, it's currently closed though.
All right. We'll sneak into the darkness over here and give her some wings for a few minutes
Okay.
and an unfetter,
All right.
and let her fly around since it's dark and come back and tell everybody what you thought.
Okay. So I'll take down the walls for now.
You can cast message on her so she can communicate
Sure.
up to the distance of the message.
Let me get rid of the line of sight. So you guys should
Would
be
it
able.
actually all do that?
You guys should be able to see the whole map now.
Yep.
Okay. So you saw a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 35 by 15 courtyard. You see the door that they're talking about. It's a jumble of houses. Obviously, you don't see the tunnel inside or anything like that. But you can see there's four guards on duty.
How
They are
well armed are they? Thuggish? Or?
yeah, they're very thuggish. I'll give you the exact. They have daggers, and they are armed with crossbows. So that's the Lankhmar equivalent of a gun. Not many people have that. daggers, clubs, and crossbows. They're wearing studded leather armor. They all seem in pretty decent shape. Fairly young men.
All right. Well,
They don't seem to be any more robust than your average city guardsman or anything like that, though.
get a good night's rest and come back in the daytime.
All right, done and done. Anybody want to do anything else? Let me give you an overnight rest.
We're going back to our relative homes in town and going to meet up in the morning.
Relative.
Yeah.
I own a house.
Well, right. Well, I guess respective is a better word. You're going to your place. I'm going to my place.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
Ava's going to the church. Sad's going
Yeah,
to his
yeah.
apartment. Luna's going to the shadows.
Then Asami would do a performance to help pay the bills
Okay.
for her place. So the intent is to just whatever she earns give so that can keep her place, the little room she's renting.
Yeah, for sure. You can roll for fun if you want, but we'll just say that.
Yeah. We'll see how well this one is. I am thinking she needs to unwind with the comic routine, sort of.
This was the description as you're doing your routine. Oh yeah.
So she turns it into like a Robin Williams. Although I would think Robin Williams would get in the 50s, but sort of make fun of the events of the day, but tell it in such a way that it can't possibly be true, but it's funny.
And you come up with 3 extra bronze eagles by the time you pay Fatty McComb.
Alrighty.
The description of the Rook or the shoals was a narrow alley leads towards the old wall. What looks to be a chandlery on the left is flanked by a 15-foot high wall to the right that is bisected by a heavy iron gate with rails a half a hand apart. Faded paint on the old wall reveals the traces of an enormous smiling red olifant, what was most likely once a sign for some sort of establishment. And Bakai got a pretty good look at the dimensions of all these buildings, and it looks like a bunch of different buildings kind of just built together, some on top of the other, and it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate buildings in this little knot that abuts the old wall. She got a real good look at the courtyard. The courtyard is cracked cobblestone, and there's a bunch of weeds that are growing up through it. But other than that, it's fairly clear. And she didn't see any like arrow loops or anything like that in the walls of any of these other buildings abutting the courtyard. She didn't. Most of the windows seem to be boarded right up completely. Mark's having a hell of a time tonight.
Oh, have I been booted again?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's terrible.
It happens.
Did you guys decide what, if anything, you wanted Mosley to write on, or Asnaan to write on the note?
You're going to be introduced as a new, vendor of the stuff based out of Verna's church.
Okay.
Since she didn't, Avis's church, she didn't argue the point. We were discussing it. We thought we would go with that.
That's funny. Oh, by the way, I don't think this will put you over a level, but
XP.
yes.
Well, then don't
Does
tease
Avis
us.
get a share?
Yeah, she helped out. So we can drop her off though at this point if you want. I'll leave that to you guys. If you want the extra,
I like the heels.
yeah, the extra cushion of having a character who can do that kind of stuff. I can even bring Rackernash in if you want.
So you got heels?
He doesn't, but he's decent
Nobody
with
has
his sword.
damage.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're about
I like heels.
1,700 away.
Velkeen's been our damage dealer last 2 fights.
Yeah, Velkeen's on fire.
Yeah.
I like keeping the party small.
Yeah. It's up to you guys, though. Tell me whenever you want me to drop Avis off, and we'll put her back to the church. You guys can use her whenever you decide to.
All right.
Okay, yeah, we're at 33k of 35. We need a little less than 2,000 more.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like 1,700.
I'm about to
Oh.
level up, and you look like just enough XP.
What time do you guys want to go? Like midday, later in the day, early in the morning,
Yeah. Lunchtime.
lunchtime?
I can't imagine these guys are going to be open at 8 a.m.
It's a crack house, so probably don't keep too many business hours that are.
They might be open at 8 a.m., but that's because they never close.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you wanted to, you could wander into some of these crack houses. It's up to you, but it's basically the jangled mess that you saw in Nightmare Alley, except it's indoors as opposed to in an alley.
I think it would be pretty odd for an elf to walk in with a big cat next to him.
Yeah, everyone's so fucked up in here, though. Yeah, might get away with it.
Are the guards fucked up, though?
The guards aren't, but the guards aren't patrolling the rest of the crack house. Like there's basically 4 other buildings that are kind of all attached. But the actual office via the courtyard, the stairs. Any other?
I imagine people have animals as guardians.
Yeah, the marsh leopard is a extremely common animal that you'll see in the city. So
Okay.
What's the thing that you do? Support animal. Get a support animal vet.
yeah.
My emotional support animal.
Emotional support panther.
It works for me.
They're maybe not walking around on the street so much, but merchants employ watch leopards all the time. It's pretty common in Lankhmar. Feel free to move around the map or do whatever you want to do. Let me resend it in case you've dropped it.
Where's the office entrance?
It is over
Let's use the
here,
courtyard thing.
right there.
So you would come in the courtyard. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, you have to get through that courtyard door. It's a locked gate. You can see in from there, or this 15-foot high stone wall. You can climb over it.
Yeah, we'll knock.
Okay.
What was the guy's name?
Mosley Shoals.
Mosley Shoals. I'll do a patterned knock.
Okay. You can make a bluff check if you want.
Sure. Tap, 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 tap,
Okay.
tap. And then one kick at the base. Thud.
All right. Let's see here. Let me put the guards on the map. And let's see, I'll get rid of all these. Yeah. He looks
We
right
have
at
business with we have business with Mosley. I'll show the thing, wave the seal, tuck it back into my jacket.
Okay, he takes a quick look at it. All right. Just 1 minute. Rio, see if Mosley's taking visitors. And he gives a nod, makes his way in. These guys are kind of hanging around. They haven't loaded crossbows pointed at you or anything like that. They're just kind of.
Looks like our panther's made its way in the courtyard already.
Yeah, he's over by the outhouse.
I keep forgetting I have to apply this every single day. I
Yeah,
always forget that it's
put any spell effects you might want to have on yourselves or anything like that.
anything long lasting that you could
Yeah.
reasonably cast before this.
Yeah, something that might want to last.
So mage armor, but not shield, because that's minutes per level.
And the guy comes outside about a minute later, and he just he looks down at the guy at the gate, and he just shakes his head. He's kind of like, you can make a sense motive. Anybody who's watching this,
Oh yeah.
maybe.
I'll give it a try.
Where are you, sense motive? Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
no need to make a roll after that.
Yeah, Arthur sees the man shaking the negative like he's not available, but Asami maybe reads a little more into it, like it's not good, whatever that means. Not like he's not taking visitors, but he's not capable.
Is there a problem? Something we can help with?
We have a
I don't-
doctor with us.
I don't even know who you are. Who are you?
Well, you have letters here to tell you that.
Let's have a good look at that then.
Pass it through.
Okay. Tell me exactly what it says.
Yeah. Please.
These.
I thought
can
we.
we- Can we roll bluffs to
Yeah.
support?
Yeah,
Ross? Okay.
definitely.
It's an introduction of us as new patrons of his
Nice.
establishment with his recommendation. It's his recommendation of us
Okay.
as long established known fellows of him,
Asnaan
and he
Sharuk.
hopes that he'll treat us well in future mutually profitable endeavors. And he hopes that he'll remember the other guy who sent us when,
Gotcha.
and also future.
Yeah. When it works out really well in Mosley's benefit, hey, remember I was the guy that sent him there. Sent these guys there. Okay. All right. And then Asami shot a 38 too. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mosley's unwell. If you ever want to do business, you'll keep this to yourself. But yeah, he's on a pretty bad roll of shiver. He hasn't slept in 4 days now. He's seeing shadows everywhere, and yeah, it's not good. I don't know. If he doesn't get some sleep soon, he's going to be. I don't know. He might. I don't know. I've never seen anybody go through this before.
Asami says, we've helped people with this type of condition before. Would you mind if we took a look? Maybe there's something we can do to help him recover.
Make a diplomacy check for me.
Yeah, it does sound more like diplomacy, not bluff. That makes sense.
Well, bluff got you through the door.
Yep. Yeah,
21. Okay.
not very
And-
great, but
Still good.
still not horrible. Yeah.
You're telling the truth that you have helped people with this before.
Yeah.
Sense motive to see if you're lying. You can't tell. He's like, they all kind of gather up. And they have a little tete-a-tete. They have to make an executive decision amongst themselves. And the guy who went inside to look is like, well, can't hurt, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So the guy unlocks the gate, steps back. Says, Mario, lead them up.
We'll traipse in after him.
We're going into this door here.
Yep,
That's the outhouse.
that's the outhouse.
The one down here.
Not where Mosley.
Let me give
He
you a
was there,
description
though, but-
of the courtyard. The courtyard abuts the wall and is littered with refuse. An iron set of spiral stairs leads up to a metal-plated door on the third floor. An outhouse is built up against the old wall. So he leads you up the stairs. It's almost 30 feet up. Just a spiraling staircase. He goes first, unlocks the door, and come to a 20 by 25 or 30 foot rectangular room. It's got a few beds, a couple cots, 3-story spiral staircase. Ends at a strong locked wooden door, which he unlocks. That's the one with the shutter in it. This simple apartment is sparsely appointed from the ill-gotten gains of the drug trade, steeped in street-level bartering. And let's see here. So there is 3 simple beds, a large bureau, 2 long tables covered with bartered goods, waiting to be fenced. 2 windows overlook the courtyard and the laneway that contains the shoals, each covered with streaks of grime that allow discreet observation of the streets below. It's not something that the Bakai would have been able to see through. And you've got Mosley. There's 2 more guards. Or 4 more guards, pardon me. In here as well. Let's make everybody visible. And I'll give you a visual of Mosley. He's having a tough day. His hands just almost vibrate. The shake is so bad. His skin is like almost gray. He's got no pallor to it. His eyes are sunken. His cheeks and jowls are kind of all sucked in. He hasn't eaten or drank in a couple days. And this guy comes in and says, "Hey, boss. There's a couple people who might be able to help you. Asnaan sent them over. I don't know what he knows or whatever, but yeah. And who's the first one in?"
Anybody want to volunteer? Otherwise, Arthur, you want to go, or shall I?
Crickets.
Arthur always wants to lead.
I'll enter if nobody else wants to.
Go for it.
Oh,
I'll
looks
enter
like
after Asami.
Asami goes in. Yeah, Asami's.
It's
I
down.
don't care,
All right,
whichever.
in the sun.
Yeah.
Let our 2 least intimidating looking people come in.
Yeah. who may or may not be able to score high on intimidate.
Okay, so you see on one of the tables, was got the ill-begotten goods.
Okay. Oh, he's on the bed in the far corner.
Yeah, he's kind of sitting at a desk, actually. That's not it's more like a bureau with stuff at it. And you see there is mirrors, candlesticks, a couple lanterns, See a jar of pulled gold teeth. Couple holy symbols. Anybody of knowledge, religion? This is a pretty easy check because this is one of the most popular religions in Lankhmar. It's one of the big ones at the far end of the Street of the Gods, down by the river. So
I actually am trained in knowledge religion this time.
yeah, so there you go. It's
I need it
Arth.
I need it for prerequisites.
He's kind of like the god of knowledge. He's like the all-knowing. His symbol is the all-seeing eye. His priests are like the richest priests in the city. When you guys were chasing down Veltargo, you had some communication with a young scribe of Arth, a young priest of Arth. I don't know if you remember. You've been to the temple anyway. Three silver holy symbols, and they look intricately carved. There is looks like a leather pack of something, and there's a bunch of like calipers, some kind of tools for something. You're not too sure. You also see a blue parakeet in a bronze cage, and a gold holy symbol of Ita. So he stands up. So you're here on some business? What's his Asnaan? Sharuk? What brings you here? I'm pretty busy.
He looks like he's responsive then.
Yeah, he's not completely out of it, but he does not look well.
Okay.
We originally came here on recommendations, of course, but we've learned that you don't seem quite well.
What do you know about how I feel?
Well, you seem to be having difficulty.
And then he starts looking. He turns his back to you and he starts looking through the stuff again, almost like he's tweaking. I don't know if you've ever seen a guy on meth before, but
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's bizarre. It's like they have no attention span, and but they're trying to organize things, and he's making a mess of trying to organize. And then he spins around and continues the conversation.
If he sees my shadow, I wonder if he's gonna think it's just an illusion.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's very real for him.
Where are you in there, Arthur? This is like a darkened room because the windows are kind of all greased down. There's just some candles and stuff like that. So I don't know if he would have even. Let me see with his.
It's hard to notice.
Yeah, he's taking up
But it's there.
penalties on this. So see what he shoots. Oh yeah. Okay. So that freaks him out a little bit.
Asami, you see Arthur like suppress a smile.
What does your shadow look like, Arthur? What happens?
Hold on.
Do the rest of us see this shadow effect too, or is
Yes. Yeah, it is. It is very real.
Yeah,
Very
you might not even notice it at this point.
We've gotten used to it.
You've gotten used, yeah, exactly. But Velkeen definitely notices it for the first time.
Yeah, eyebrow goes up.
And Midnight definitely is. It's whenever Arthur comes near her, her hackles kind of raise up.
Yeah.
And she hisses a little bit or growls like that.
Low growl.
Yeah. She's put off by.
I'm trying to find images to really express what I'm going for, but in general, I'm getting a picture of Regal apparently. In general, it's very it doesn't really have one necessary form. It's a shadow, so it kind of undulates and expands and contracts whenever just light like passes through it.
So
But there are
what?
always traits that should not be there, like claws and horns and like the like very like devilish tails, and it seems to almost shift and move of its own volition.
Okay.
I would imagine right now, I'm gonna find because I just now found this image. I'm gonna say that right now it sort of it kind of changes the exact features of itself, but at least to Mosley, it kind of looks like this.
At this instant? Oh, shit.
This instant, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So as soon as he
Okay.
sees that, he screams out, "The souls of those we sacrificed have risen for their revenge!" And he's
My, you seem
he-
more unwell than I expected.
he backs himself into the corner now, and his hands are like visibly like he goes to go for a weapon, but he almost can't grab it. His hands are shaking so much, and his weapons.
How can a man act in this condition? He's downright delirious. And also dangerous. I do not. It may be a good idea to give him a bit of room. I think that everyone around him is triggering a lot of stress in him.
Okay.
Basically, like telling the other guys, like the other like guards in here, maybe you want to go.
Yeah, they back off a little bit. That's about as far as they can get away without leaving.
Who's the second in command with this guy in his shape? I ask one of the guys.
Yeah, there isn't. We're all kind of. They pay us all the same amount.
So he still pays you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
How long has he been like this?
couple weeks. He gets a bit of sleep and then he wakes up in terror and starts in on the shiver to try to stay from waking up again. I imagine that Zed's probably out talking to a guy on the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I imagine he would have heard that.
when the one of the deacons comes by for resupply every few days, so we don't have to worry about business so much. We can handle that part ourselves, but yeah, he's not going to be able to take much more, I don't think. What
You need to talk
Sir-
to one of those deacons. When does the deacon come by?
it was just yesterday, so probably a couple more days.
Is there a set time scheduled?
No.
She provides the drugs, or he.
Yeah, they, sometimes a couple of them come.
Okay. I mean, we could try to detox it, but we would have to speak to the deacons in order to do that.
You probably have to just get through to him. I don't know how you're going to go about doing it. He does not want to go to sleep. Arthur, back to your conversation with Mosley. So he's absolutely terrified of you. Asami, you're right there too.
Yeah. Trying to remember what we did last time. I thought we had addressed it through shared dreams.
I think last time the guy had spiders coming out of his mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it was more like a combat to save his life. Avis did a lesser restoration, I think is. I'm pretty sure that's available to her. If she wants to waste. Yeah, she has that.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. Maybe somebody make a check to allow him to allow her.
Diplomacy would be the yes.
Yeah.
We have a friend who specializes in aiding people's health. If you wouldn't mind, let her take a look at you. It's no harm to you, but the benefits could be you'd feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's a big score. And Avis, you guys might be lucky at this point that her perception is low. So if she beats a 20, okay, so she doesn't notice the golden holy symbol of her faith on the bureau as she walks past. She's kind of concentrating on him. That might have kicked things off.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
She doesn't notice is it an opposing holy symbol? Is that
No,
No,
it's
it's the holy symbol of her god.
yeah, golden holy symbol of Utah. That's her god.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's being smuggled like it's mere loot.
yeah. It's
Oh.
yeah. It had been changed in for barter for drugs. So let's see, or had been stolen and brought here. Maybe I don't know.
Can the Sami sleight of hand it out to make sure that she doesn't see it?
She's walked past it.
Okay.
You'd have one, two, there's still 5 guys in the room.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't want to take it. She just wants to make us.
Slide something in front of it, kind of.
Yeah.
There's the blue parakeet in the gilded cage.
If she walked past it and didn't notice it, there's no point in drawing attention to it.
Yeah. Arthur, you recognize the blue parakeet in the gilded cage from the bar by your house. It's the one that was stolen.
Weren't they looking for that?
They were looking for that.
Interesting.
So let's
I'll
see
keep
here.
that in mind.
Avis makes a heal check. And assesses them. And she says that, if you just relax for a moment, I may be able to give you some respite. And he shouts out, "The house is no refuge. It's a spider's web that will ensnare the world." And he kind of jumps back. You need another diplomacy check to kind of calm him down.
Okay.
I understand your fear, but there is nothing to be afraid of. Whatever you might be seeing, whatever is causing you this distress is only an illusion. I assure you of that. Please, my friend here, she is trained for this. She only wants to help you. You can see him sort of like the fake smile put on, that fake cheery look that he gives.
Make a help with maybe
You
do an
roll
aid
a
another on a diplomacy.
Yeah, I'll do aid another. Is that just a diplomacy check on my own end?
Yeah, if you're just aiding, it's only a DC 10. To
Yeah,
give,
I'll aid with, if Asami wants to do another one, I'll aid her next diplomacy.
Okay. That works. She's just going to build on what she told her before about Avis
16?
being there to help.
Okay.
Probably
Okay,
not
so
gonna-
another 30. Yeah, that's enough to calm him down. And so Avis casts Lesser Restoration on him, which gets rid of all the fatigue effects for him. And as she does, let's see here. I think I have a table for this. Let's see what happens, guys. The old random dice.
An 8. I hope that's good.
Okay.
Oh, it's a haunt.
So let's see here. Everybody.
Luna outside, standing there.
Look at that, eh? 30 feet. So there, 2, 3. Spells, Haze of Dreams. I'm not familiar with. Let me just refresh my memory on this one. So just as Avis casts the spell, the reality of the world starts to slip away for some of you. So let's see here. Bodyguard failure. Bodyguard success. Success for Velkeen. Mosley Shoals makes this success. Okay. Failure for bodyguard. Failure for Bakai. This is right up Bakai's alley. Arthur. Arthur sees through this right away. Shiver Dealer. Fail. Bodyguard succeeds. Avis succeeds. And Asami succeeds. Okay, so the only person in the group that falls under this effect is Bakai. And Bakai pulls her sword from her sheath and raises it up to the ceiling and then just begins to spin around underneath it. Like she's just in the throes of some kind of mad dance.
Is this a Sonic?
No.
Okay.
It's a charm, like mental effect.
It is. What you have now is from Mosley. Avis has cast a spell, and it's kind of, you know how the spiders came out of that guy's mouth? Well, this is kind of like a misty steam coming up all around his body, just as Avis casts the spell. And we'll pick it up here next time. Bakai is in the throes of some sort of... I'm trying to think of the word. Like a joyous frenzy. Where she's just like mad with glee right now. And she's like spinning and dancing and...
Yeah, what are some of the afflicted...
Yeah, a couple of these other guys are screaming. Like, no! Ah! No! And one guy's talking to himself. Like he's talking to somebody else. I think there's only... there's how many people are affected? 1, 2, 3... 4. So 4 of them. 3 of them look like they're having a waking nightmare. And they're shying away from whatever they're seeing. And Bakai seems like in the throes of some kind of revelry.
Well, that seems like her.
And Mosley says, "No, not again."
Is there a way to determine the source of the spell effect?
Yeah, it's the mist that's coming up around Mosley. Let's see here.
Okay.
I'll
And Ava's casting his spell seemed to trigger that effect.
seem to trigger that effect.
Okay.
Just want to make sure I've got the size properly. Yep, that's it. All right, we'll pick it up here next time.
Well, can I do a knowledge arcana?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just
Yeah, I'd like to try that as well.
this is a haunt.
Oh boy, yeah, joy.
So it's
Is it arcana then,
it's
or
a
is it
it's a dream haunt. Let's make sure. I know for sure religion works.
Well, for Asami, all the knowledges are the same except for local, so it doesn't matter which one.
Okay. So you shot a 13?
It's
Yeah,
only
that's very
religion.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so Arthur's 22. Yeah, it's the same kind of effect that took place in that.
I was gonna say, does Arcana apply? Does it have to be religion?
Yeah, Arcana I think applies.
Okay.
Let's see here. So this I wrote So basically, I think it puts you at half speed. That's what this effect does.
Yeah, it puts you at half speed for a certain number.
Yeah,
of
you
rounds.
fill an enemy's head with waking dreams, a reminder of the pleasures, delights, and terrors to be found in the dream world. While in the strange dream state, the target moves at half its normal speed, which affects the creature's jumping distance. So it's basically just a distraction. And you've seen it's the same kind of fog that only the force effects, the magical missiles and stuff like that, were having an effect on. Avis's fervor was able to affect it. I forget what else. It's been so long since we had that episode.
Can we see the haunt?
Yeah, you can see the haunt. It's in the corner. Should be on the see the golden circle there underneath Mosley.
I was making sure that we, the characters, could see
Yeah,
it.
you the characters can see it. It's the same kind of effect, except you're not out in the misty alleys of Lankhmar, so you can actually physically see the dream haunt manifest.
Alrighty. Well, we know what to do next time. Killed it.
So we'll take a nap
cast
then.
spells in front of these people, but very well. I'm sure they'll find out I'm a spellcaster soon anyway.
I think everybody passed. Yeah, everybody passed except for Bakai. All right, cool.
Fitting. I can always dismiss her. All right. We'll see you in a couple.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Good game.
Awesome.
All right, excellent.